Let me guess, you've been watching listings like a hawk, you finally see a house that checks most of your boxes, and within 6 to 24 hours, it's sold. Not just sold, sold fast, sold strong, and sold for more than you expected. If you're thinking, how is anyone winning in this market without doing something reckless? You are not alone. Today, I'm going to walk you through the exact buyer playbook smart Saskatoon buyers are using right now to secure homes in a tight market without overpaying, without panic, and without regret. This is not theory, this is not just general advice, this is what works here in Saskatoon with the supply signals we are seeing early in 2026. And if you stay with me to the end, I will show you how buyers protect themselves even when the first offer does not win. I'm Conor, Palendat, Realtor with Betcher Real Estate Group, and if you need a top producing team to help buy or sell a home, all of my contact info is in the description below. Let's get into it. Before we talk tactics, we need to acknowledge reality. Saskatoon is still dealing with a very tight housing supply. We are seeing continued pressure across the province, particularly in entry-level and move-up price points. New construction is helping, but not nearly fast enough to fully relieve demand, and that means buyers are competing more often than they would like. This environment does not reward hesitation, but it also does not reward recklessness. Winning in 2026 is about preparation, structure, and discipline. Think chess, not checkers. Now, with that being said, the bedrock to winning in this market is financing. The strongest offers in Saskatoon often win before price even becomes the talk. Serious buyers do three things differently with financing. First, they make sure to get a pre-approval. That way, when the right home appears, there's no scrambling, no uncertainty, as uncertainty not only stresses you out, but sellers aren't interested in wasting time on what doesn't feel like a sure thing. Second, they understand their comfort zone, not just their maximum. Just because a lender says you can spend up to a certain amount does not mean you should. Confidence comes from knowing where you feel good long after possession date. Third, they plan for flexibility. Rate holds, maybe shorter financing conditions when appropriate, and clear communication all matter. In a low inventory market, confidence is contagious. Sellers can feel it, listing agents can feel it, and it absolutely influences outcomes. So our second tactic is the search strategy. Most buyers search reactively, just browsing. The best buyers search strategically instead of chasing only the perfect home. Winning buyers expand intelligently. They look at homes that are slightly overlooked, listings with maybe not the best photos, homes listed randomly midweek, properties that have been on the market just long enough to create room for conversation. They also understand neighborhood nuance. In Saskatoon, micro locations matter. One section of a few streets can perform very differently from others in just the same neighborhood. We like to have our clients use a property portal. We set everything up for them based on their criteria, and everything populates immediately. No browsing, 6 different websites to look at homes, comparing them. You get your own custom portal tied directly to the MLS. The next area to focus on is now offer structure. Price matters, but structure often matters more. Winning offers are clean. They are easy to understand. They reduce friction for the seller. That can mean flexible possession dates, conditions that are in a tighter window but still protective. This is where many buyers either win or self-sabotage. The reality is you're not just buying a home, you're also solving a seller's problem. Every seller is going to have a slightly different focus, and if you want to avoid overpaying by a large amount, your offer can't be just focused on brute force with the price. When your offer makes the seller's decision feel easier, you stand out. Next up is the home inspection. Thankfully, in Saskatoon, we aren't at the point where you need to forego a home inspection to compete, although there are certain situations where that might make some sense. Smart buyers take a balanced approach, and they focus inspections on material risk, not cosmetic wish lists. Paint color, bedroom carpets, these are things that are easily changed and in a competitive market really aren't worth crashing a deal over. Some buyers absolutely dig their heels in and lose opportunities unnecessarily over very minor things. An inspection is not about finding reasons to walk away, it's about confirming you are making a good decision. Confidence grows when knowledge replaces fear. In a hot market, it's very easy to not see the forest for the trees. You get wrapped up in the moment. One of the most important parts of this playbook is before you write an offer, you decide your rules. You decide your walkaway number in advance. You decide how you'll respond if another offer appears. You decide whether winning is worth more than sleeping well. Buyers who lose discipline in the heat of competition often regret it later. Buyers who set rules early feel calm even when they lose out because they know they played everything right. And ironically, those buyers often win more. Lastly, always have a backup plan. You do not need to fall in love with one house. You fall in love with the outcome. Winning buyers always have a plan B, sometimes even a plan C. That could be another active listing, maybe a new build timeline you're watching closely, or simple patience backed by preparation. When you are not emotionally cornered, you negotiate better. And when you negotiate better, you protect your future and your overall mental well-being. So to wrap things up, winning in a low inventory Saskatoon market is not about being the most aggressive buyer, it's about being the most prepared. Financing, strategy, and being ready to look at properties right when they hit the market, that all factors in. And that's what's going to separate you from the pack. So if you're thinking about buying in 2026 and want a clear, honest plan tailored to your budget, your timeline, and your comfort level, that is exactly what my team and I help people do every day. So if you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe for more Saskatoon specific strategies and feel free to reach out anytime. If you are even months away in this market, the right plan starts early. Thanks for watching and have a great day.